Master of Engineering and Manufacturing program at MIT is a unique degree program. It's a one-year professional degree focused in manufacturing, or more broadly, product realization. But it spans everything from design through manufacturing through operations. So it's not a degree in logistics, it's not a degree in product design, but it allows students to have that complete perspective, tying that entire commercialization product development process together. And so the students come into the program. These are the 8 classes that they'll take, 2 in the areas of design, 2 in manufacturing systems, 2 in manufacturing operations, 2 in business. In most of the courses, they do both individual work and group work. And then the capstone activity that they do is a company-based project. So the degree is 12 months. During 8 months of their engagement in the degree, they're engaged with a company. So starting in January through August, they're involved doing a group company-based project. And so a lot of what I've done over the last 7 years now is building sort of the market awareness of this program, building the program, establishing the relationships with companies in the context of education. And having these relationships allows us to place groups of 3 students into these companies to do projects that aren't make work for the students. They aren't, I don't like to use the word internship. That tends to, it's a good word, but it in some ways potentially undervalues the expertise of the students. It's a graduate degree. They have their undergraduate background behind them and between 0 and 5 years of experience. But the students come into these companies as consultants, if you will, or outside experts to really address operational, in the line of fire, immediate challenges, and be able to be focused on that for 8 months, either part-time and full-time, depending on where they are between January and August, but to solve real, impactful to the bottom line operational challenges for the companies. Everything from new product introductions to tolerancing analysis of a new product to supply chain analysis, supply chain robustness. It's sort of the whole gambit of the things you would find in a degree program in manufacturing and product realization are the flavor of projects that we find within the Master of Engineering and Manufacturing program. So the Masters of Engineering and Manufacturing program has existed at MIT for about 7 years. The degree was actually originally developed in Singapore. So MIT during Singapore MIT Alliance 1, so there was Singapore MIT Alliance 1, Singapore MIT Alliance 2, SMART, and then SUTD, Singapore University of Technology and Design. So Singapore and MIT have a long and deep history. But during the first collaboration, SMA1, Dave Hart and others in the Department of Mechanical Engineering, principally Dave, had in their drawer, if you will, a sort of a concept on a degree program that looks very much like the Master of Engineering and Manufacturing program does now. It's very complex to create a new degree at MIT. So it was this collaboration with Singapore allowed us to establish the degree with NTU, Nanyang Technical University in Singapore, and then eventually to re-import it and bring it back to MIT. And so I joined the program the first year after, in year 2 that it came back to MIT. Because the love and care for a professional degree like this, it doesn't fall under the normal purview of a typical faculty member. And so you need to have a little more operational expertise or familiarity with what sort of the language and preferences and needs of not just industry, but companies, specific companies, and being able to establish those types of relationships. And so that's, that was the original reason that I came back to MIT.